Welcome to the 4th episode of the Bull Session Podcast. I'm PlutoCoffins, and this is my co-host Jeremiah.
Yep.
Right. And then we're going to smoke a bunch of weed and cigarettes, and we're going to talk a bunch of shit. But to start this podcast off, Jeremiah was telling me this really fucking hilarious story about this guy and some ice trays. So I'm going to let Jeremiah take reins of the podcast and tell the story. What is the ice tray story, Jeremiah?
Okay, so I'm walking just to kick it with good old PlutoCoffins. Yeah, so it was like nighttime, just like walking. I'm like on like the sidewalk. There's like fucking mud, so I like just walk around and like stumble, and like as a car is like sort of coming, I'm like I wasn't gonna get hit, but like whatever. And I stumble. I'm like, oh shit. And I just hear a dude go, "You alright, man?" And I was like, yeah, I'm not drunk. I'm sober. Like instinctually.
So he thinks you're drunk at this point.
I think he thinks I'm drunk.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think anybody saw me fucking stumble.
Right. But no, when you scream, "I'm not drunk," like my first thought would be, "Oh, this guy's wasted." You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. I said that and I was like, okay, now walk normal.
Right.
Just to prove it. But yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm like, oh, I'm not drunk. He's basically just like, why? Fuck, you sober? Fuck being sober. This is America. And I'm just like, oh,
yeah.
God, I shouldn't have said shit. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm just like walking along. And he's like, yeah, man, like, fuck being sober. My fucking wife left me. And starts to like break down and just like, she took the fucking ice trays. And I'm just like, what?
Was he like sobbing?
Yeah, like towards like once you mentioned his wife, yeah, he like started to like.
Damn.
His voice was like breaking, like
Damn, that's fucking sad.
And I'm just like, is this what women feel like when they're catcalled? Because I don't want to talk to this guy, but he's like talking to me.
He's just having a breakdown. I don't think anyone wants to talk to someone having a breakdown, you know. But in terms of women and being catcalled, like if it's a really hot guy. I mean, I'm not trying to speak for women, but I'm sure, like, if it's a really hot guy, they wouldn't mind as much as if it was a dirty-ass construction worker that's fat as fuck and smokes 10 packs a day.
Shit, that's a lot of money. I don't know why. Like,
that's you, though.
It's a fucking union job, fucking benefits. What the fuck is wrong with these bitches?
Maybe a 6. A 6 would go for that. She'd love to be catcalled by a construction worker. So, Jeremiah finished Tiger King a while back. We mentioned it on the first or second podcast.
Yeah.
I think it was the first one. But I finished the first 7 episodes, which is the real documentary of Tiger King, and then there's an after episode, which I'm going to watch, which apparently people tell me ain't shit. So a bunch of people said don't watch it because it's stupid, but I'm going to watch it anyways. Tiger King was pretty good. But we finished it, yesterday or the day before?
It was like yesterday,
yeah. Yeah. Crazy fucking documentary.
I told you.
Literally everyone in this fucking thing, right? They're all like in weird sexual relationships. Like, there's Carol Baskins, which she supposedly killed her husband.
Whacked him.
Yeah. What was that meme? Killed him, whacked him.
Carol Baskin.
Right?
Killed her husband, whacked him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she apparently killed her husband, which he was like flying a small plane down to South America, Costa Rica or some shit. And he was like had an affair or something down there. I've also heard he was like involved in organized crime and shit down there. Anyways, they own this exotic fucking zoo, right? And what do all these people with exotic zoos have in common? They're all batshit crazy because there's this other fucking guy named Dogg who's based out of Myrtle Beach, Florida. Of course it's fucking Florida. There's 2 people in Florida. 3 people in Florida. Ain't Carol Baskin in Florida?
It's Carol Baskin and Dogg. I don't know who the third.
The Scarface guy who's in Miami.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him.
He was the coolest guy out of the all.
He was
of
like
them.
the nicest one.
Yeah,
like
which
I trust him most.
Basically, the Scarface guy he sold a bunch of cocaine, and there's rumors that like he was part of the inspiration for the script of Scarface because he was in operation around the same time as that movie coming out, 1980 to 1980. When did he get busted? 3, which is when Scarface came out.
He fucking like smuggled cocaine inside of live snakes, like hundreds of live snakes. Yeah,
crazy motherfucker. That's genius. Anyways, that's Scarface guy, which he was the coolest. He was basically like, I did my time, I like animals, this is my park, don't fuck with me, and he's very private about it. Now the rest of them, which I'm sure he's still involved with some shady dealings, like they all are.
Mm-hmm.
Then the next, and also Carol Baskin is basically like, she's not for cub petting, she's not for breeding, not for any of that shit, but she's just as shady as the rest of them. You can just tell. And also her husband's a fucking freak. Howard Baskin, he sings to her and shit. And he's like, I don't know, he's like pussy whipped to a fucking T. Talk about fucking
There's
freaks,
a picture
dude.
Of him like on a leash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Legit on a fucking leash and she's holding him like he's a little fucking cat and he's wearing a little cat uniform or whatever. Fucking weirdos, bro.
Man, I don't know. She probably like fucking mind controlled him.
And then you got
fucking
Doc Antle, who has 3 wives. And a bunch of
it 3?
It's 3 wives and he has a bunch of girlfriends.
Yeah.
And he has these intern like chicks come in that like animals, right? You know, like fucking chicks dig tigers, right? They love fucking cats, right? And what do cats get you? Cats get pussy, right? So he's got all these interns lined up to work at this fucking cat place so they can interact with the cats and get paid for it and have a place to live, and they think they got it made, but they got to sleep with this fucking ball of filth, right? Anyways, so he's got this whole haram going for him, and he's selling and breeding cubs and shit, and apparently I've heard he has a gas chamber that he fucking puts the cats in, and
yeah, I don't know if
they haven't proved it,
that.
but it's something, it's a rumor, which a lot of these rumors have turned out to be true, but yeah, he puts like these cats that are like young in this gas chamber and kills them. Because they're like no longer useful to them whenever they're older and they weigh a lot and they eat a lot of food, and why the fuck would you keep them, right? So he's got a bunch of shady shit going on, and then you got fucking the Tiger King. I think that's it, right? Yeah, you got the Tiger King, Joe Exotic. I don't know what the fuck his last name is, but he's in prison right now for a murder for hire plot because,
in addition to fucking what is it, like animal rights violation or some shit like that?
Yeah.
And basically, like,
he had like 14 accounts of animal rights violations.
Yeah, he like killed like 5 of his tigers or some shit like that.
Yeah, he shot them and yeah. What did he do with the meat? He did something fucked up with it, I know that.
The tiger meat?
Yeah.
I don't know if it was...
He didn't sell it or anything.
No. He, the meat, they fed the tigers and shit with like Walmart meat. And then he opened a restaurant, and they used the Walmart meat for the pizzas. The old.
They fed tiger meat.
No, did they?
No, is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying like they fed the tigers by going to Walmart and going in the trash cans and getting expired meat.
Oh yeah, no, I know that.
Yeah, they opened a restaurant and they were selling the expired meat.
For real? That's disgusting.
Yeah.
I didn't know that bit. But, yeah, he's also got a bunch of animal rights, like, I don't know, like, violations that he's been charged with, which I agree with the animal rights shit, but that murder for hire plot was really flimsy. It was basically a bunch of internet videos that he had where he was threatening her. And they were internet videos.
Yeah.
And then there was, like, this flimsy shit involving Jeff Lowe, and then this, which Jeff Lowe is basically a con man, and he fucking fucked Joe out of the zoo. You gotta watch the fucking documentary. There's so much to talk about.
Spoilers. Even though we haven't even hit the iceberg on this fucking thing.
Like, seriously, like, there's
all this was in the trailer, so,
like... Joe is fucking... Oh, yeah, Jeff Lowe is a swinger. He's got a girlfriend, and then they swing, and he's getting a nanny and shit, and he's fucking the nanny, right? And then, Joe Exotic's got 2 husbands. One kills himself on fucking camera, right?
Basically, yeah. You kind of see it, but
you can see the gun go off.
the gun flash and shit.
Yeah. And then you see the guy going, oh, he's
The
dead.
dude's like in the room with him, like he's the dude
right.
sees
He's fucking
him do it.
shocked, bro. He just sits there for a minute, like holy fuck, right? And then Joe gets another husband, and then the other husband that he had, which he, by the way, he gets these husbands by doing fucking meth with them. And fucking warping their brains.
Yeah, they're not gay.
Yeah, none of them are.
At least two aren't
Travis isn't gay, and then the other guy that was shirtless the whole fucking documentary isn't gay.
Yeah, that dude was like fucking everybody.
Yeah.
Like, every woman. Like, he was like straight.
Fucking... And he had a tattoo on him, too, the shirtless guy, that said property of Joe Exotic. Oh my god. But yeah, he gets these fuckers by doing meth with them. And then the third guy, he seemed a little more gay, honestly.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he actually loves Joe or anything though. But the third guy seemed gay, but he was a replacement for Travis and the other guy, right? But Travis was like a pothead and shit, and he smoked meth, did all this shit, and that's why he was with Joe. Basically a free ride, you know?
Yeah. A little young. Yeah. Broke.
I don't know. Joe's just breeding these tigers, having people pet them, and then he'll kill them apparently. He sells them illegally. He doesn't care about these animals at all, because he had like this video of him holding a fucking tiger cub, being like, "This is $5,000 right here." You know, like
this is just born from the mother. This is 3 minutes old. Yeah.
Right.
So like what?
Like what? Who fucking cares? Oh my god. But yeah, it's fucking crazy. Gotta watch that fucking documentary. And he's in prison, and he's blowing guys in prison now. And
is he?
He's gay in prison, dude. I've been watching this guy, Larry Lawton. He talks about going to prison a lot, you know?
Yeah.
Because he went to prison. He was a jewel thief. He was the biggest jewel thief in America. He was out of Florida. He would go all around Florida robbing places for jewels. You've probably seen him before. He's on BuzzFeed shit.
Yeah.
He does the
bald
GTA.
Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does the GTA reviews where he reviews heists. He does actual heist reviews of real life shit. He tells his prison stories, which is what I'm interested in, which is what I watch a lot of them. He tells you how to like make prison wine, which is really fucking easy apparently. You just take like a hefty fucking like trash
Garbage
bag.
bag, yeah.
And you take a bunch of like fruits, you squeeze the fruit in there, put for every like 1 gallon of water, you put in 1 big old cup of sugar in there. You mix it together, right? And then you just put it up somewhere really hot for like a week. And then you got alcohol, and he said he'd get you fucked up. And then he also told a way to make white lightning, which is vodka, I guess their version of vodka, like liquor, you know?
What?
It's like clear and it's liquor, yeah. And I don't know exactly how he said you do it, but you gotta like bind the old alcohol that's left over from the wine, right? Like the old pulp and shit in there.
Yeah.
You bind it together, and over time, like it turns into that or something. I don't know exactly, but he said you'd sell like peanut butter jars full of that shit for $40 and stuff.
Jeez.
Yeah. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Check out Larry Lawton. Where was I fucking going with that? Oh yeah, he was in prison, and Joe Exotic's in prison, and he had this episode on Joe Exotic. And he's like, "Listen, this guy's gay in prison. You know, there's jokes about people being gay in prison. Like Lenny Bruce had that famous joke that was like, back in the day, it was illegal to be gay. So he was all like, he was a comic from the 1940s and 50s, and he was like, you know, it's illegal to be gay, right? So they're going to arrest you for being gay, right? Then they're going to put you in a place with a bunch of men, right? Who want to have sex with you, right? But Larry Lawton's like, it's like that, but it's not like that. They're going to fucking rape you. And they're going to like, Joe Exotic ain't having a good time in prison. Especially the fact that he's gay and what he did with animals, because people don't like shit like that. Not in prison. It's kind of like that.
I don't know.
They don't
Isn't
like
he going to
pedophiles.
the same prison that he was like in his like town or some shit? Like they might like
no,
legit know him. Like
no, they're gonna know him because of the documentary. They got Netflix and shit.
I don't know. He been out in the town, like you know, what I'm saying he been basically running his town and shit.
No, I think I don't know if he's in an Oklahoma prison though. Because those were federal crimes. He'd be in a federal prison somewhere.
True. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. But you guys should check out Larry Lawton. He talks about fucking like sneaking shit up his butt and stuff. But yeah, you were telling me that Snoop Dogg isn't a real nigga?
Yeah. Okay. So apparently, like, it's going around. Like, some people, I've heard him referred to as Snake Dog.
Snake Dog.
Yeah, like a snake.
Oh yeah, he's like yeah, I get you.
Yeah. It's clever. But
Snake Dog, like cat dog.
oh, I was like, are you trying to sing a Snoop Dogg song? I don't think that's any. But
It's a snaky snake world.
yeah. All right, so basically, like, so Snoop Dogg was on death row, the record label with like Tupac and shit.
Right.
After Tupac was having this beef with, like, Biggie and like Puffy, Bad Boy. So anyway, they're all in like New York, I think, for an award show or some shit. Snoop Dogg's on the radio, and they ask him, like, hey, what's going on? It's like East Coast versus West Coast war. Like, how do you feel about, Biggie and them? And Snoop Dogg's like, oh, Biggie and them, they're my homeboys. They're my homeboys or whatever. Tupac hears this, and he's like, what the fuck, woo woo. And he, like, tries to confront him. They ended up having to go, like, on the jet, and it's just, like, Snoop Dogg alone, and he's just, like, fucking terrified. Something's gonna happen. It's, like, him alone, like, with these other dudes. They get off the jet. Tupac is just, like, Snoop Dogg's like, hey, so what's up, man? Tupac just looks at him, walks away. Snoop's just like, damn. Like, I don't know. Like, they'll get over it. Like, I'll talk to them after Las Vegas, which...
yeah.
Yeah, he died. He died
Tupac
there.
died in Las Vegas.
Yeah. And, like, Snoop, like, telling the story, like, so I'm just, like, I chalk it up to, it's a misunderstanding that, like, could have been resolved, however,
But
a tragedy
as far
happened.
as Tupac is concerned, Snoop Dogg ain't a real nigga.
Yeah, or at the time, like, Snoop Dogg was, like, mad, just reasonable
And also,
mad.
I think we need to put into perspective, Jeremiah is a much bigger Tupac fan than a Snoop Dogg fan.
Yeah. So, but, to my, like, I've heard the story, like, multiple times, and I'm like, damn, that's how I chalked it up to. Nah, apparently, like, a bunch of, like, the Outlaws, Tupac's group, they're like, nah, Tupac was mad because Snoop was dissing Biggie and them with us. Like, like, he was dissing motherfuckers, like, the motherfuckers with us. So, like,
pretending to be Tupac's friend.
so I don't, yeah, I guess, like, Snoop Dogg was just, like, trying to play both fields, and, like, Snoop, yeah, so, being around Snoop Dogg, and he's like, man, fuck Biggie and them, boo, boo, boo. So, like, Tupac's like, oh, okay, yeah. So, to hear him be like, nah, I'm cool with those guys.
Yeah, that's a little fucked up.
Yeah, it's a little fucking weird. Shit. I'm pretty high. I'm trying to think of the other.
You good.
There's another.
That's what this podcast is all about. Getting high, smoking cigarettes, drinking, and talking shit.
Fuck, I can't think of... There was, like, another example of, like, why people are, like, calling Snoop Dogg, like, a puss and, like, a bitch and shit. Okay.
No, he tries to be all big and bad and shit, but
Yeah.
everyone knows he's mainstream as fuck.
So, I don't know if you heard, like, Tupac went on, like, line and called
And
Gayle.
I like Snoop Dogg, by the way.
Yeah.
But he is mainstream as fuck. He's on Jimmy Kimmel. He's not a gangster anymore.
But I still was like, because, I don't know, Ice Cube, still, I would consider him still, like, a gangster. I guess I would consider Snoop, I don't fucking know. But,
I don't think so. I
but,
think he smokes weed and, like, reminisces about the 90s.
I don't know, he a Crip. He probably got mad respect. Like, legit.
But you probably have respect amongst the Crips for being a rap artist, but, like, I don't know if he's, like, he ain't gangbanging. He makes too much money to be doing that shit.
Lil Wayne gangbangs.
Does he really?
Yeah, he a blood.
But
Allegedly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to say that on this podcast. I don't know if he listens. I don't know if he's a fan. But
he ain't a fan of this shit. not yet.
Young Pluto, baby.
Right.
It's my horrible impression. But anyway, so Snoop, I don't know if you remember Snoop Dogg called Gayle King what is it? A dog face bitch.
Yeah.
Dog head bitch, or whatever. So everyone like Jada Pinkett, who I should say is Tupac's. Like if Tupac ever had a best friend, like you don't know who she is, but like some people might. She was in The Matrix, black lady in The Matrix.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I never seen The Matrix, so.
Boo. But anyway, like yeah, so like Snoop Dogg goes in there because like Jada Pinkett's just like he called her a bitch, like you know, so I understand like.
Is that Will Smith's wife?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and yeah, so like he goes on there, like explains himself, like apologizes, but you know, basically just like this is where I was coming from, blah blah blah, and somehow like they got on like talking about like Tupac. And which you know Jada Pinkett's just like if Tupac ever had a best friend like she'd be it, and Snoop Dogg said yeah I wanted like back in like the 90s like yeah I wanted to like go positive, you know I wanted to like do like these other things but like Tupac was like you know keep it gangster, and Jada Pinkett was just like Tupac said that, like
yeah
Jada Pinkett was just like the fuck like just yeah it was just like that and like a few other things where everyone was just like.
So Snoop Dogg kind of has some shadiness.
Yeah,
like
everyone's
some not shadiness as in like oh cool he's robbing people and shit right.
Yeah.
But it's not shady but like.
Little two-faced like Playboy
yeah,
Field
he's
type
a little
shit.
two-faced. That's a little fucked up.
Yeah, and it was disheartening because I'm like that's Snoop Dogg. Like
exactly.
What? Like.
Yeah.
But I mean it is people. He also, he said like oh yeah I told Suge Knight to bail Tupac out of jail. To you know what I'm saying to sign him to this label or whatever.
Yeah.
And everyone else but like outlaws and like other people like don't like necessarily have a reason like agree, but like agree like nah that's not what happened. Tupac's like girlfriend, like Tupac told his girlfriend to like go to Suge because Suge wanted to sign him like a few times like over the years, and that's how that happened. Like Tupac was like hey go get Suge Knight. See if he can like sign me a deal.
Yeah.
And Snoop's like, no, like he like
Anyways.
Yeah, I'm just like, fam, Snoop.
For this next segment, which I try to make a segment, honestly, but I'm not sure how well it's gonna work out because you only have so many of them that you would want to discuss anyways, because a lot of them are fucking retarded, and you'll understand what I'm talking about when I say the title of this segment, which is High Thoughts. Jeremiah, do you ever have any high thoughts?
Yeah, I usually forget them.
Yeah, me too. I usually forget them. That's why I'm like, I don't know if this is going to be an actual segment.
Yeah.
But it should be. Because this is the Bull Session podcast. But, before we delve into high thoughts, I'm going to get high.
I thought you'd do that. Alright, I'll leave.
Alright. I've smoked my fucking 20th hitter of the fucking show so far. And I've smoked beforehand. I am sufficiently high. Jeremiah, smoke your hitter. Anyways, when I get really high, one of the thoughts that I have that tends to happen a lot, especially on mushrooms, by the way, which I love mushrooms, but that's another story. It's just I'll look at people and I'll think, damn, bro, this guy really looks like a fucking ape. No offense, Jeremiah. No, I'm just joking. But no, but seriously, I'll look at literally anyone eating food or whatever, nibbling on it, and they'll look like a little monkey eating it if I'm really stoned or fucked up, especially on mushrooms, like I'm saying. Sometimes on acid too. But I don't know, they'll just look like monkeys. And I know humans are great apes technically, but it's insane, bro. So whenever they look like monkeys, I'm just thinking, dude, we're just a bunch of stupid fucking apes that don't know anything, that are driving fucking cars. Oh my god, it's like chaos in my mind. It's pretty fucking neat. You guys should try it. Another high thought that goes through my mind a lot, which is completely contradictory to the last high thought that we're monkeys. is that our brains are basically computers that never fucking turn off. They like process the world all the time. Like you'll scan a human's brain whenever they're asleep, you know? And it's like always active. And that's just crazy that a computer can run active for the oldest human was 122 years old. 122 years of straight activity from a fucking biological engine. That's crazy.
Literally, isn't it like when you sleep, like, you kind of go through your day, like, you process your day, like, in sleep mode.
Yeah, and you'll have dreams of shit. And also, your dreams mean shit. Like, scientists think that your dreams mean shit. It's crazy. I don't know. I just think our brains are fucking a cosmic soup of chemicals and drugs and weird fucking things. Crazy.
Have you heard of the theory that you're just a brain in a jar?
What do you mean?
Like you're just a brain. Imagine a brain.
Oh, you mean like the Matrix?
Sort of. Yeah. Imagine just like being just a brain in a jar with no like actual sensor, like you aren't getting any like sensory like sight and shit like that. So the brain just hallucinates it, and so your reality as a brain in a jar, you just hallucinate that you're a person.
I don't know. Yeah, that can be easily disproved though.
But it's a theory.
But here's
how do you disprove
it's a
it?
hypothesis. But here's how you can easily disprove it. You injure someone's lungs, that's not their brain, and then they'll die.
What if the brain thinks it's the lungs?
Yeah, but like there's other people in the world that could witness it and shit. So if it's just a hallucination, how are we all having the same hallucination?
It might just be you. You might be the only real person.
Well, yeah, of course, but like I'm not. I accept that I'm not.
But I'm just saying, if you get like whatever stabbed in the lung or whatever, yeah, your brain might think like, oh, I'm being stabbed in the lung, and it might die.
But that wouldn't kill it. All because it thinks it's dying.
It wouldn't kill
shut
it
off. You know what I mean?
It wouldn't kill it, but
still be hallucination.
But you would feel like a part of the hallucination is that like,
you might be
I'm
able
stabbed.
to feel it, and you might be able to feel like you're dying. But after you die, like,
what if you don't die though?
That's what I'm saying. But we've all seen people that have died. You know what I mean?
How do you know that those people are real? Like though, because like those you see a person die. How do you know that person is real?
Bro, I smoke more pot than you.
You only know that you yourself are real. There's no way.
I don't even know if I'm real. Who the fuck's to say I'm real? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
None of that fucking semantics bullshits matter, so I just accept that everything's real. You know what I mean? Like, what I can see is real. My observations are real, you know what I mean?
I consider it real to me.
I feel like all that shit is like, it's interesting questions, but it's just a bunch of semantics at the end of the day, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah. Sometimes I like to think about that high as shit, though. That was a good high topic. Kind of fucked me up for a minute. I was like, wait a minute, none of that matters.
Quick question. Is silver just fluorescent gray?
Silver is a shiny rock that apes like to look at, so they pay a lot of money for it. But anyways,
correct.
But anyways, fuck, weed, folks. We're gonna go into the next segment of videos. If I can fucking work this thing. Alright, the first video is a continuation of the last video that we watched in the last podcast, which is The Living Man, Ernie Turtle. This says, North America, November 2013. In a packed courtroom, 52-year-old Ernie Turtle told the judge, I am the living man protected by natural law, and I have the right to forage for food when I am hungry. You are trying to create a fictitious, fraudulent action. Turtle, 52 years old, was arrested for fishing without a license and then resisting arrest. And then it just stays like that for a minute, even though I've read it. I'm fucking retarded. I could have just played it.
The defendant, Ernie Wayne Tertelget, he is not represented by counsel here today. Mr. Tertelget has been charged with 2 misdemeanor offenses, which we'll be trying today.
I must object. I am not the name that he is referring to. I am the living man. The name that Mr. Riley refers to, ma'am, is held by the state in all capital letters and is identified by the state on the state's driver's license, ma'am. I am not the all capital fiction. I am the living man whose mark is that of life. It is called a signature, and the nature of this sigil, ma'am, is the living person. It is never in all capital letters.
This dude has a fixation on capital letters, bro. He's like, look, my name is not Ernie Turtle, because that name is in all capital letters, and my name cannot be in all capital letters because I am the living man. Like, that's his argument. That's his argument for why he shouldn't be arrested for fishing without a license, which, in the last podcast, I don't think you should have to have a fishing license.
Yeah.
But, I mean, this is the world we live in, and that is not an argument against that. I'm sorry, that just doesn't make any fucking sense.
That's not even talking in circles. That's talking, like,
nonsense.
Off a cliff. Like,
You will allow Mr. Riley to continue with voir dire, and you will have a...
I must object.
Also, last time she ran out of the courtroom like a little bitch, I will say. So he won last time.
Oh, yeah. This pussy judge.
Yeah.
Ma'am, without proper evidence of oath and bond as required, and I am backed, ma'am, by 20 United States Supreme Court cases to this end, it should have been brought to my hand more than a month ago, and no evidence has been brought forward of any competency of any of this. I have to speak for myself, ma'am. No one here...
You were caught by probably a conservation officer for fishing without a license, and you were unable to produce a license that you had for fishing. That is the evidence against you. That is the evidence that they have presented with their charges. What part of that do you not understand?
This guy thinks he's a fucking revolutionary.
Right.
Like,
he's
a
like,
political
look,
prisoner.
He's Paul Revere, dude. Look at the clothes he's wearing. He looks like Abe Lincoln or some shit.
He made all of those clothes. Okay.
is capable of doing it, and particularly those that are bar or non-bar.
I like the little feather in his hat.
They can only speak, ma'am, to the legal. My interest is to forfeit my person's living name.
Your Honor, this is an improper objection in violation of the motion to eliminate.
The objection is, Mr. Catalga, you are not to interrupt Mr. Riley again.
Ma'am?
He has his 30 minutes. Then you will have an
Who can tell the living man
Mr. Catalga,
in a commercial event such as this,
sir,
who has the right to tell the living man when he can speak and when he cannot speak, what sounds he can make and what sounds he cannot make?
you understand?
He is a...
I love this guy as a philosopher, because he is absolutely correct. Who can tell the living man when he cannot speak and when he cannot when he can speak? You know what I mean?
No.
What do you mean? Like, it's true though. I completely agree with what he's saying. I just like the world we live in is fucked up. It's what he's saying is true though. We should be able to live like that.
Man, every day for...
We're all just a bunch of fucking animals pretending not to be animals. So he's right in the fact that what the fuck is this license is about, and he's right in the fact like, hey, I'm an animal. Why can't I fucking bark when I want to fucking bark? You know what I mean? But we live in a fucked up, fictitious ass world, which he is proclaiming, although be it he is crazy in the fact that he doesn't accept the reality he is in, and he talks in fucking circles. But he is right in the substance of what the man is saying.
So he has some points, I guess.
He's got points, but like...
He's agreeable, like the Joker
he's crazy
is agreeable.
too. Yeah.
Okay.
The Joker's got a lot of good points, bro.
addressing British law, ma'am. He is a minister on behalf of Great Britain.
I'm going to hold you in contempt if you continue to disrupt this.
Ma'am, without oath and bond, contempt has already been established here.
30 days in jail, or you will be removed
In the face of all these witnesses, ma'am, where is the evidence of oath and bond, ma'am?
Cannot talk.
Look,
Now, do you continue to disrupt?
the requirement is right here, ma'am.
Why didn't she hold him in contempt last time? Did you just learn what that was? Like, I mean, I'm just saying.
It is through all ranks of the court, ma'am. I have done due diligence and due process, ma'am. I faced those who would come against me. I communicated properly. I backed up my work. I backed up the research. It's nice and neat. And I have total failure. I have total incompetency of the court because there is no evidence of Mr. Riley's office, nor of yours, ma'am, nor of this lady's here, nor even the fine police officers that are here today. I have nothing to work with now. Now I'm out here hanging over the abyss. I must make my own way.
And you will be allowed that. But allow Mr. Riley.
Why, please give me an honorable answer, is a British recognized esquire asking questions in an American courtroom? Why is...
What? Why is a British recognized esquire asking questions in an American courtroom? Is he talking about the judge? What's he talking about? A lawyer?
Fuck is a British esquire?
I don't... What the fuck is he talking about, bro? And if it's the lawyer, it's the lawyer's job. If it's the judge, it's the judge's job. It doesn't fucking matter what fucking nationality they are. Like, what?
Title of nobility applied behind this gentleman's name that is recognized as being banned from our country in the 1789 Constitution. Is nobody going to stand for our Constitution?
This guy is fucking crazy. All British people are banned, apparently. Okay, what about all the... Okay. Whatever. Okay. He's fucking stupid. I'm gonna skip ahead and see what happens.
Stand as myself and speak for myself in myself.
Oh, this is the original one.
A bag
So he gets arrested.
and return it to somebody in the crowd, please, so it doesn't disappear from this place. We'll take care of that moment. Okay?
I wonder if they'll let him keep the hat.
He deserves to, though. Alright. And then we got another video.
It was an adrenaline rush, and I think you could...
Is kind of retarded, but it is a news story about a bear sighting. A black bear sighting.
It was an adrenaline rush, and I think you could only take maybe one of those a year, but I was so pumped. I was sweating.
Sweating because a black bear was roaming through Tina Marison's backyard.
The operator said, "What is your emergency?" And I said, "You're not going to believe this, but they're in my woods here." And she says, "There's a black bear." And
Tina was too stunned to get a picture, but this is what the bear probably looked like, except real. This isn't the first time.
What the fuck? They legit just put a fucking cardboard cutout of a bear and was like, this is what it probably looked like.
If it was real.
Right, like, what the fuck was that shit?
And the bear was spotted early Sunday morning right here along Miles Road. A jogger saw what they thought was a black bear, immediately called police, but when police showed up, no sign of the bear. A few minutes later, the bear was spotted behind this home in Moreland Hills. This recreation identifies how witnesses say the bear escaped into the woods.
Because that's what a bear looks like when it's running. It looks like it's skipping with all four legs off of the ground above the grass.
Could they
It looks
not,
like it's floating, basically, in waves.
Could they not, like, just get a video of a
an
black
actual
bear
fucking bear
running,
walking?
and then just be like, hey, not from this area, from this, wherever it was fucking
And the
recorded.
guy's like all hunched over, taking his job seriously. That guy's life sucks. But seriously, why didn't they get a fucking video of a bear running?
Also, did they have
They
that
can do that. They're a news fucking agency. They have the technology.
Did they have that cutout, or did someone make that? Like,
Yeah. And then I don't know.
are there
I'm excited to hear.
are there fucking cutouts of like black people? Just fucking.
All right, we're gonna use this one.
that there's a bear in South Chagrin, or the South Chagrin area. We hear reports every year or two.
Cleveland Metro Parks naturalist Carly Martin explains that black bears can be on the ground or can climb in trees. She's never seen one, but came close.
Because because a bear climbs a tree with all 4 legs on it. Well, I guess it does, but like not like that.
It's more accurate to like just slide it up the tree.
Right.
Bear scat, and it was right after a report that there was a bear in the area.
Bear scat.
Scat is the good nature word for poop.
So we know that a bear scats in the woods, but should we be concerned?
We are not bear food.
And neither are pets, which is good news for the animals.
I'm good. I'm faster than a bear.
And
they spent more time making that rabbit than they did the bear.
Wait, what rabbit?
Here, look.
Did I tweak?
Yeah, you tweaked a little bit. That rabbit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he says I'm faster than... They took more time to make that fucking rabbit than they did the bear, which is what the story was about. Which maybe makes me inclined to believe that maybe they like just had the rabbit lying around for Easter, and they maybe had the cardboard bear cut out already. But it's like, why would you use that when you can just use film of something?
What if the cutout wasn't black and they just had to like spray paint it black? It was just brown.
Yeah. Shit, we got a brown bear. We got to paint it black.
Faster than a bear.
And it just wanders through and then it's gone. You know, we'll hear, reports, it's at this part of the river one day and then it moves on and moves on and moves on and then we don't hear about it for a year or two.
But even that is too short of a time for Tina, who still can't believe how close she came to a bear.
When he stood up, I lost it. I started shaking. I started shaking. I was so scared.
Todd Meany, Fox 8 News.
Are they gonna like tilt it up so we know what it looks like standing up? Or?
Right. Make it look intimidating. Anyways, we got one more video to play, and then we're gonna read an article. Can't escape them even
Anywhere else.
video. Anyways, this video is about crazy Christians and COVID-19. And they think they're immune to COVID-19.
Aren't you concerned you could infect other people if you get sick inside?
No.
People who don't go to this
No.
church.
I'm covered in Jesus' blood. I'm covered in Jesus'
But what
blood.
about other people who don't go to this church who you...
I can't get sick because I'm covered in Jesus' cum.
Joke's on you. He's positive.
might encounter.
All of these people go to this church.
No, but you're going to be in places where other people...
I go to the grocery store every day. I'm in Walmart, Home Depot, all of those
But you
people.
could get them sick from what happens.
They could get me sick, but they're not because I'm covered in his blood. Thank you very much. The blood of...
So I continue to go outside like normal, but I completely recognize the fact that I can get sick at any time.
Absolutely.
Right? These people are just like, nah, Jesus has got my back. And they're also being kind of arrogant about it.
Yeah, which... I don't know, you wouldn't walk into traffic because Jesus got your back. Like,
I'm covered in Jesus' blood, he ain't gonna hit me. Like, what?
Jesus cures every disease. Psalms 91, read it.
You can get somebody else sick if you get sick inside.
Well, what if you got it? You can get me sick.
Why not just pray on the internet, pray with your family right now to keep people a little safer?
It's called values and liberty. You have the choice as an American.
I'm choosing to go to church and possibly get sick because I have a very moral sense of values. Like, what?
which...
That's the opposite of values.
I feel like Jesus wants you to stay at home.
Yeah.
Just like my son, you might get other people sick. I feel like it's some shit he'd say.
Stay at home. Yeah. But I have a very moral sense of duty to go to church.
But America's like telling you to stay home.
And that it's dangerous.
But you're like, I have liberties in America.
And you could get old people, which honestly, I don't... Who's just like we're overpopulated, and I don't really care if a few fucking old people die. I'm sorry. That's just honestly how I view the fucking world, and that's how I see things. And I don't care if I get sick, and I don't fucking care if I die. So I'm gonna keep going outside. But in terms of people like him who apparently have morals and families and shit, it doesn't make sense under the supposed Christian ideology. You're doing the wrong thing, is what you're doing, according to that ideology. You're asking for an apocalypse of, like, young people and old people in your community.
If you're infected, sir, and you go into the grocery store and you run into someone and get them infected, that's not fair to them,
Why not flip it the other way?
That could happen too.
Fucking retarded.
Oh no.
And now we have an article to read.
An article?
Yes. Ah, fuck. Well, this is the article I was on. It's CNN. And the Pentagon has confirmed UFOs. They released some videos. The video wasn't playing earlier, unfortunately. But I will read what I thought was interesting in this article. I guess I'll just read the fucking article. The Pentagon has officially released 3 short videos showing unidentified aerial phenomena that had previously been released by a private company. The videos show what appear to be an unidentified flying object rapidly moving while recorded by infrared cameras. 2 of the videos contain service members reacting in awe at how quickly the objects are moving. One voice speculates that it could be a drone. The Navy previously acknowledged in the veracity of the videos in September of last year. They are officially releasing them now in order to clear up any misconceptions by the public on whether or not the footage that has been circulating was real or whether or not there is more to the videos. According to the Pentagon spokesperson Sue Goth, after a thorough review, the department has determined that the authorized release of these unclassified videos does not reveal any sensitive capabilities or systems, said Goth in a statement, and does not impinge on any subsequent investigation of military airspace incursions by unidentified aerial phenomena. The Navy now has formal guidelines for how its pilots can report whether they believe they have seen possible UFOs. The Navy videos were first released between December 2017 and March 2018 by To the Stars Academy of Arts and Sciences, a company co-founded by former Blink-182 musician Tom DeLonge, says that it studies information in unidentified aerial phenomena. That's funny that he's a UFO nut now. What is it, Tom DeLonge? I don't know his fucking name, but I know who he is. How do you say his last name?
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
Blink-182.
In 2017, one of the pilots who saw one of the unidentified objects in 2004 told CNN that it moved in ways that he couldn't explain. As I got close to it, it rapidly accelerated to the south and disappeared in less than 2 seconds, said retired U.S. Navy pilot David Fravor, which was on Joe Rogan's podcast, by the way.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. This is extremely abrupt, like a ping pong ball bouncing off a wall. It would hit and go the other way. The Pentagon study... Okay, blah, 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 UFOs are real. What was the thing that I thought was really interesting? These aircraft, we'll call them aircraft, are displaying characteristics that are not currently within U.S. inventory, nor in any foreign inventory that we are aware of, Elizaldo said of objects they research. He says he resigned from the Defense Department in 2017 in protest over secrecy surrounding the program and the internal opposition to funding it. So these objects, whatever the fuck they are not like anything humans have ever made.
Everything in the world right now is changing faster than I've ever seen.
Fucking ads. But yeah, these objects are not like anything humans have ever created. And the Pentagon has confirmed them. A government reliable source. And this is apparently what it looks like.
Man.
That's crazy.
That is terrifying.
I'm just surprised they released them. Like
Honestly,
they
like-
released them because of the coronavirus shit, probably. But yeah, no one's talking about it, even though it's like the biggest UFO news in the history of UFOs ever since Roswell.
Like, it's legit confirmed.
It's
video.
legit confirmed by the government, the people we are not supposed to trust.
Like, what else are they?
And they
hiding?
confirmed it during Corona, which shows they are trying to fucking hide it, but no one's talking about it. Fucking insane.
Man,
But-
every single time, like, conspiracy theorists are like, aha, see, every once in a while.
They're right. I don't know about this UFO thing, though. It could be, I don't know. It could be anything. We don't really know what the fuck it is. It's not, we can't just outright say it's aliens just because it's confirmed, you know? Because we don't know what the fuck it is. But they think it's an aircraft, and they think humans didn't make it. Like, experienced experienced Air Force people think, like, oh, this is an aircraft, and it doesn't look like anything I've ever seen before.
Yeah. I like there was one of the videos another like video of like for like UFOs, and dude, like the audio is just like what they're just like what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Like these fucking professional airmen and like are like I don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah.
Anybody? No one knows? Okay.
Yeah. Crazy shit.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm going to end it here. Well, subscribe if you like the Bull Session podcast. Check out my other videos. Tell Jeremiah he's a bitch in the comments. Like the video. And
Aw.
yeah.
Thanks, man.
Hope you guys enjoyed.
Bye.